Hello everybody, this is Jandy the Artsy-Rose, and welcome back to Philip's main story. Ready to finish up this next chapter? What is it? I did promise that I would go back, but even if a gate to the land of the living can be found, I will not go until I finish that book. You told me before that the story is very important to you. Is it really worth risking your life over? To the point where the land of the living isn't an option? I need you to understand this, princess. As to whether or not it is worth risking my life over, the answer is yes. But Princess. He stared at me with absolute determination in his eyes, and put my face down in anguish. All right. I do not understand the heart of an author, but I do see that it is very important to you. I took a deep breath so I could think clearly, but even then my own words annoyed me. I'm just so worried about Philip's safety. I knew that the feelings I dared not say out loud were selfish ones, but I couldn't help it. I took a deep breath to get them under control, and sensed that Philip was smiling behind me. Well, what are you smiling about? Considering the situation we were in, I felt just raising my brows in anger. I'm sorry. I know it isn't prudent of me to do so, but you are just so... I feel happy knowing that you care so much about me. What do you mean? Of course I do! Because what? Why do I feel this strongly? Because your friend. The words I spoke did not sit right with me, but I didn't know how else to put it. He came to the rescue of my thinly veiled voice by grinning. Thank you. I think of you as a dear friend too, Princess. So much so that all I can think about is what would make you the happiest. Thank you. All I could see reflected in his clear eyes was myself. It was like a moment straight out of a dream. But I'm afraid Philip already has someone important to him. My heart experienced pain once more, and the feelings inside of me seemed to cry out. I'm going to die at any moment. If I'd known these things were going to turn out like this, I would have been more honest. Why did I do that? I'm sorry. I really am. I realized through the spiraling vortex that was my emotions. These were memories from before I died. Stunned, I placed a hand to my heart. Philip spoke to me. Are you not feeling well again, Princess? He placed a warm, caring hand on me. I'll go and get someone. You should rest here, Princess. Philip, I really do want you to go back and live, no matter what you say. We already talked about this. It's not right. If I had thought that was what you want, then I would say, but I just can't. But why? It was painful to see the sadness in his eyes, but I have to say my piece. That's because I don't want you to regret it. Regret? You told me before that you've had someone you love, and that you love her even if she doesn't see you the same way. Yes, I did say that. I think you should tell her how you feel, and if you don't know where she is, you must go and find her. I think she at least has the right to know that you were thinking of her. No, it's not my place to be saying anything. My emotions were running high, and I took short breaths to calm myself. But if you were to disappear, then that would be all right for naught. No, that would be all for naught. That's why you have to go back. I don't want you to regret it. That's right, no regrets. I recalled the strong emotions I had just felt moments ago. A crippling feeling of bitterness and frustration. I didn't know why. I didn't know how or why, but I had died feeling that kind of fierce regret, Princess. I was feeling so high-strung that the tears in my eyes clouded my vision. Not wanting him to see them, I cast my face down and immediately rubbed them away. The person I love is already dead. What? He tenderly touched a warm fingertip to the corner of my eye. Your eyes will get puffy if you keep rubbing them like that. Philip, that's... Just then, there was a knock on the door. Miss J, it's time for dinner. I heard Sunny call out from the other side of the door. We'll continue this conversation some other time. Get some rest. And with those words, he slipped out of the room just as Sunny was entering. The person I love was... The image of him saying those words played over and over in my mind. The person that Philip loves. It can't be. To my room, thoughts wheezing around in my mind. What should I do now? I let out a sigh which dissipated into the silence of my room. Just then I heard a knock at the door, and after giving my permission, the door opened to reveal a flash of white bone. Skeleton had checked left and right around him before sliding in through the door. What's wrong? Princess! I don't mind if you praise me. I really don't, for I have done it! He seemed excited, just like how one might act before giving someone a surprise. It was then that I saw through his ribs that he was hiding a notebook behind his back. He must be planning to surprise me with that notebook. In that case, Hold on, I'll be right back. I'll wait and see what Skeletona does. And so I pretended not to see the notebook, which had confidential written across it in red letters. I may have indeed found a lead! Oh, a lead on what? Take a look at this notebook, which is worth more than my life, and see for yourself. Ta-da! He revealed the confidential odd kind of fanfare. He opened it up at eye level. Oh! It contained information about the gateway to the land of the living. Firstly, the gateway to the land of the living is not a legend, but actually exists. Secondly, living people do chance across that gate from time to time and end up here in Niflheim. And thirdly, if a person from Niflheim goes through it, it does not mean that they would come back to life, or something like that. It's a bit vague. I'm really impressed that you managed to find out that much. Did I help? You helped a lot. Did I do a good job? You did a great job. Thank you. I hugged him out of gratitude. He fell to pieces. Yes, that's right. I don't know where the gate of the living is yet. That bone goes to the right. Thank you. We discussed the gate to the land of the living while I helped to put Skeletona back together. Then we'll need to start our investigations tomorrow. Thanks to Skeletona, I felt a new light in my soul, and I reaffirmed my convictions. And I will be right back. And I am back. Have a guess? Is there something written in that notebook behind you? Have a book with confidential written across it in red letters dropped from his hands. And at the same time, he lost one of his middle ribs. Sorry, I thought you wanted me to take a guess. I feel bad for doing that now. No, it's fine, it's fine. It's what's written inside that's the surprise. Skeletona picked up both his phone and the notebook, and opening the latter with a proud look on his face. He opened it at eye level. Oh! It contained information about the gateway to the living. I'll be right back. And now we do the very chapter that I am notorious for. For those of you that have seen my videos with the very first, very I had posted, voiced, narrated on Tumblr, and then YouTube, you would know what I'm just about to enact. Oh, by the way, these are the items that you can get. For the Love Challenge, the pink check robe set, which is basically your girly Sherlock Holmes, holy moly. Your Sherlock Holmes, and then you need this yellow cusquit bag for. Law. Shall we proceed, everyone? I've not done this in a long time.
I'll go to the library. There are a lot of mysterious books there. No one else knows it'll be there. And with that pink detective hat and robe from my wardrobe and got dressed. Detective Jandy is on the case! I arrived at the library, which was not as usual. Philip was not at the librarian's desk. I was both a bit disappointed by that fact, and I headed to the shelf that contained most of the mystical books. On the way, I passed by a noble woman wearing heels that clicked loudly on the floor. She seemed unsuited to visiting the library. I found the shelf and was putting on some gloves when I spotted Philip, who was crouched down. Philip! Shh! He pressed a finger to my lips, and when I wanted to know what was going on, I crouched down silently beside him. And here was me, thinking that the princess in the story was based on me. What am I going to do with you, Philip? You were so shy. Philip? Come out now! I peered through the gaps of the shelf and could see the woman I had passed by shouting in a loud voice. What's going on? Don't tell me that she's... Now, every time I release a book, she gets it in her head that she's the heroine and latches onto me. And what I say to contradict her, she won't listen. She just gets hot under the collar every time I reason. I nod, silently acknowledging his hardship. Are you over there? I heard the clicking of her heel closer. This isn't good. This is awkward. Follow me, princess. He frowned and then pulled on the spine of a rather heavy-looking book. Without a sound, a wall of books appeared before us, sealing us off in our own little space. Sorry, it's a bit cramped, but would you mind staying like this for a while? No. We barely dared as we waited for the woman to pass us by. The place where the mystical books were supposed to be dim and cool, but... Sitting elbow to elbow with Philip, I felt so hot that I thought I might burn. Is this the warmth of living? The approaching of footsteps were accompanied by a shrill voice. A strange and overwhelming case of nerves. That's odd. I thought for sure that he went this way. And after a while longer, she seemed to have given up on finding out, but she left. It's all right now. Come. He pulled me up by my hand, and at the same time, I felt a sense of loss at not feeling his warmth anymore. I suddenly grabbed his sleeve. Oh, sorry. I don't know why I did that. I quickly pulled my hand away, but Philip immediately snatched it back again. Princess. I don't have the answer to that for you right now, but... I know. Orlando told me to go and see him. I have to hurry.
I shook myself free of his hold and left the library. I didn't have the presence of mind to think how he probably looked at that moment.
And I will be right back.